finally going to do some more deck videos now. I'm tired as hell, so I don't know how in the hell this is going to work out, but might as well get to doing some decks since I haven't done any videos in a little bit. We'll do some heroes to start off with, why not? This build I've got here, it is me heroes, as it has been for the last while. It is a slightly experimental build. It's not something that I'm quite used to because, well, you'll see soon enough. But this one has gotten a little bit of testing. The problem is the amount of testing I get nowadays is actually pretty bugger all because I'm not really a big fan of DevPro and their bloody time turn system, and DN's just a bloody cesspool of cock blocks. So I'm pretty much just stuck to having to test against friends who are awake when I'm asleep and vice versa. Bloody time zone, that's annoying. But anyways, with what I did, I could have done better, to be honest, but it's still going. It's a bit of a transitional phase, I suppose. So, and I figured I might as well show this off because once certain cards decide to finally show up, then this deck will be taking a bit of a break for a while. So, just get on with the list. Okay, cool. That's not going to be better. So we've got the triple Neos alias, just the standard beat stick, doing that sort of jazz. Bubbleman, tandem with the alias makes the exceed plays, and of course, masked heroes utilize water. So yeah, there's the double ocean for recycling purposes and everything. I didn't quite think I'd get as much use out of the recycling as I have since I put the deck together. So it's definitely not a deck. It's definitely not a card to underestimate. I probably wouldn't run it at 3 though, because it's just like it can't special as quick. It can't get to the board as quickly as Bubbleman can. So, and then one effect Veiler, which I had Max C here, but I found myself if I ever did get Max C, it would be too late. It would not have affected the outcome of the game because I would have to drop Max C in a situation where I would plus into something like an Effect Veiler to prevent like an Excite Night effect or something like that. So, and since I wasn't running Effect Veiler at all, the Max C was just topping into stuff that was going to serve literally no purpose and not do anything to stop my opponent from taking the game anyway. So, decided to stick with the Veiler. It's a little bit more versatile. So. Triple E call to start the searching because it's a thing. And the two dualities and the rotor. Then triple miracle fusion and no super pulleys. Decided to try super pulley as a side option for this particular build because I've noticed I've been wanting to put Gemini Sparks in this build in the main deck. And I found that they don't really do a whole lot. I find that with the mask changes as well, they don't really do a whole lot together, the super pulleys and the Gemini Sparks. So I basically decided to main the Gemini Sparks and put the super pulleys in the side. It would work perfectly fine if I was still using a standard beat build, but the fact that you've got the super pulleys, the mask changes, and the Gemini Sparks, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that's just too situational. So I figured I might as well just cut back on them. Speaking of mask change, maxing out on those. It's not that bad because you can just side one out if you have to. Then the double Gemini Spark, double Lance for the offensive, defensive stuff. Double MST, pretty standard stuff. One mind control, which it's a bit to be honest. I'm not too sure if I want to keep it or take it out at this stage. If I do take it out, I'll probably replace it with a torrential or something like that, but it's sort of there for now. Then Book of Moon and the Dark Hole. So then we've got for traps, double Fiendish. It's just the standard sort of thing. Double Call, this is brilliant for going end phase, bring back Ocean, then you get the standby phase search. So this thing's actually really handy in the deck. Plus, if you have to make a quick XC play, then you've got that, which, I mean, you'll get a quick XC play out of the Ocean play. I'm going to double D Prison, Compulse, Mirror Force, Bottomless, and Solemn Warning to round the main deck off at the 40 card standard. I've actually noticed something else as well with this hero deck. For some reason, it does not work well if it's any more than 40 cards, which puts pressure on me to actually try to fit the deck into 40 and then make it work pretty well, because I tend to really want to put a certain card in and then just it gets a bit weird. So, anyways, onto the extra deck. I got the triple Shining because I would have probably fitted something else in, but I just didn't have any idea what to fit in for number 15 for my 15th card in the extra, so I just decided to go with the third Shining, and for the hell of it. And I could have easily gone with the third AZ, but I don't know. 2 seems just fine to me. Then for Masked Heroes, the double Acid, the back row Hate, combined with 0 to make the Hero Nuke. Then Vapor, like if your opponent plays something like a Torrential or a Dark Hole, you can just chain Mask Change, send a Water Hero to put this on the board, and you still maintain a monster presence with the 24 attacks. Not the biggest thing ever, but if you have like a Lance on the back, you should be pretty sorted. Then Exceeds, Excalibur, and Blade Armor, which are the pretty standard things. Then there's the Cowboy for the burn shenanigans. Dweller, just to deal with the shenanigans that are grave-related shenanigans. My Stroke for defense. Black Ship to send irritating stuff off. And then Direwolf, which actually gives Mind Control some pretty decent use in Fire Fist or Bujin matchups, because you can just go Mind Control there like Yamato or whatever, Bear, blah 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 blah, and then you can just overlay a couple of your heroes into Direwolf, and then instead of having to kill this to get the one kill, you can just kill the monster that you just mind controlled, and then you still get this, provided it's around next turn. And like I said, with the Lance, you probably will keep it around, since you were able to give it a substantial amount of protection. Now for the side deck. Nova Master, Great Tornado, Escurial, Gaia, and then of course the super polys that you would need to make these things with. Obviously side in the appropriate monsters for whatever the matchup. If you're going up against Mermails, you would obviously want the super polys so that you don't have to miracle into AZs. And then of course with those I would also side in Escurial and Great Tornado, because they drop your Cossack, you can go into Great Tornado. If they drop Big Eye, you can go into this. So it's pretty nice. And with Super Poly as well, with Bujin's big around, so it's also pretty handy to have 3 Shinings, so that you have enough resources to Super Poly out a Yamato if it goes down the shitter, or a Susanoo. Double system down to deal with machines in general, since they are going to be pretty damn big. One deck dev. I did have Erad, but deck dev has some more targets and it just can be handy at times. 1 Soul Drain, 1 Mind Drain. I don't know why Soul Drain's at 1. It needs to come back up. It did not deserve it at all. Mind Drain would be nice to run more than 1 copy of it, but I just can't find the room at the moment. And then Imprisoning Mirrors in the form of both Shadow and Light. Double of each. So that's it. That's the Me Hero deck for the new format. Coming up next, I will be showing off my Hieratic deck, since I got that put back together. So yeah, see you for that.